Okay, so I've got bad sound from the stereo, and I think it's mainly my front speakers. So I just want to take that off. Being the older version of the speakers, you don't have to take the door panel off to get the speakers out. You just have to take the covers off. And just to make it slightly better access, because once you take them off, you're going to have to unscrew the speaker. We need this bottom panel off. So to take this cut off, there is a bolt here, not a bolt, a nut here. There's about, you just feel across along the bottom, feel one there. Just feeling for them, another one there. So you just feel them along the bottom. So there's 4 of them. There's another one there, and there's one right at the very end, I think. And there's also one just here. So we're going to unscrew that, take off this bottom panel, and that'll give us access to the speaker. Okay, so the door card came off. It was stuck a little bit along the bottom just by pressure sticking. So I thought there was another screw there, but there wasn't. So in the end we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 screws around the outer and one in the middle there. So that's off. And now we have a nice clean access to the speaker cover, which is a bit daunting taking that thing off. I took the driver's side one off already and felt like I was going to crack it, but I learned a couple of tips. So let's see if we get it off. Now I tried doing this with trimming tools, but I couldn't do it. They weren't strong enough, so I just had to use a screwdriver. People use cards and stuff, but I think if you're careful, you know, just be smart. And it's basically, they're a little, you'll see them if you look down into it. If you look from this angle, there are little gaps, and that's where they're clipped on just by press fit. The rest is not clipped on as far as I can tell, so you just got to pry them off in the gaps. So I'll just give that a little go and see. I don't know whether you can see it or just here. Every so often the air, and then around here. It's really just a matter of finding your way around, maybe even finding a weak one. I don't know. This does actually rotate, spin once you start taking it off. It's not fixed in any way. Don't really want to scratch the front of it. Just get my Now I know they're held on by screws in these corners, so that's probably the less give for the actual speaker itself. So I might just rotate that around. Oh, and that's why that card doesn't go in nearly as much, because it's the screw here. So I'll use that as the place to do it. Okay, that's popped. Definitely popped. You hear screaming in the background. It's my kid playing Fortnite. So that started to come loose. So I'm just going to work my way around. That one's out. This one's popped. That one's popped, so I'm going to keep them out. I'm going to just try to pop this one here. I might get a trim tool in here just to keep that open. I can't, I need more water. Okay, I've got a trim tool in there, so it's not going back together. Okay, so I've sort of got one off here. I found it very hard, but I think around here where the screws join, there's a bit more solidness to it. So if you can move and find one of those little grooves, spin it till you get one of this one here that's still sticking. So I'll bring that back towards where the screw is, and then get the card under it. And down here's in the door pocket, so if I damage the trim a bit here, it probably doesn't really matter. Not that you want to damage any trim anywhere at any stage. anything break then? And I don't think it did. How the hell I didn't break anything, I've got no idea. That was shit. Well, that is off. I don't know how much I got of that on tape, but that was an effort. No, it broke. How, I got no idea. Speaker's still fixed to the door card, which is good. All right, while doing the speakers, I bumped into this and found this to be casing to be wobbly. So I've tried tightening the screws and can't tighten them anymore. So I've gone around the other side and taken out a screw from the passenger side, which does not wobble. And I've discovered that these screws, which I will now show you, even though very similar, are slightly different, with the one on the right being the one they're meant to use. So I've bought some other screws. I'm going to put them in and see if that stops this little rattle, and if it does, maybe that's one more little niggly bumpy noise I hear whenever I hit a bump. Gone. New screws in, no wobble. So one less rattling noise. Alright, so taking the tweeter out, and it's the opposite for the passenger door. There's a clip here at 11 o'clock and a clip here at 5 o'clock. So you just pull it down and peel it out. So get one clip out. Oh, and then rotate it out. That jerked out a bit fast for me, but everything intact. So we'll just check what the tweeters are like, and then to put them back in, you basically just put one clip in and push the top clip in. But we'll go check them out. Well, I managed to break the clips on these tweeters. This one I broke off completely, and this one is loose. You can see that or not, but it's because when I pulled it up, I pulled it too far down. I should just pulled it a little bit and rolled it. You know, I did it twice because that's how great I am. However, I have some JB Weld here, and I've fixed one of them, and I'm about to fix up the other one. So let's put another little bit on the back of that, just to help secure it up. There's a lot of room on the back where it goes in, so that should be fine. If not, I can file it down a bit at the back. Just wanted to touch it up a bit on the edge here. I thought it had re-broken, but actually just the middle tweeter had come out, so it's a good time to show you how to get the tweeter out. So you just squeeze, there's an inner casing, you just squeeze the corner just underneath that clip there, and the one underneath this clip here, because I've fixed it, my clip's glued to it, so it's going to come out with it. So you can just see that's the tweeter. They look pretty good, so I didn't worry about replacing those. So I'm just going to sit that back in this little holder. It'll clip back in. Okay, apparently when fixing the speakers, even if you're doing the surround, now I'm not a speaker repair person in any way, shape or form, but apparently you have to take the center dome off, and you place paper down in the rails or the slides or the slots to make sure this is aligned. So when you put the outside on, this is in the grooves it has to be in to go up and down. Otherwise you can put without the paper in here, the outside on, you can be misaligned and the speaker won't go in and out properly. So you've got to take the dome off to put this bit of paper in, so you can then put the outside on and then put the dome back on again, or dome or cone or whatever you want to call that bit there. So Ken from Steve Bennett Electricals in Geelong did that one for me. It's just very nice to show me how to do it. And so now I'm going to attempt this one myself, and apparently you get a scalpel and you just cut away or pick up the dome here as best you can without cutting the cone. I hope I don't wreck this. You might have picked it out as well. It feels like it's coming off, or it's destroying it, one of the two. Ken, don't let me down. Okay, I don't know if you can see that glue that's holding it in there. Okay, that's out. Okay, so it's there. Okay, so that is in there. From Queensland Speaker Repairs, I got my Recone kit, whatever it is, or not Recone, surround kit, which came with some glue, some buds, and here are the surrounds. The surrounds I bought were a FS 112-95 993.645.506.00 Nokia speakers. The FS 11295 is what I believe fitted, and that will sit like that. Glue this center bit on first. Then once that's dry in 4 hours, just glue the outside part on. Make sure you've got good movement, and then do the cone at the end. So that's what we're going to do. And so I'm just going to pack the speaker a bit hot so the cone raises up. So I'm just going to put some, it says tissues, I'm using toilet paper. Just to pack in behind here, just so the cone comes up a little. And that is raised. It says do a bead, so I'm going to do a bead. Okay. Drop that on. Get it as central as I can. Dabbing it down to make sure it's got contact. Okay, so I've taken our bits of paper out. Seems to be sitting there nicely. Just going to glue this bit back in. A pair of tweezers would have been good here, I think, but let's just. Okay, it might be brand new, but it looks pretty good. And there you go. 2 new speakers.